In today's video, we're going to be discussing the emotions of PCOS. Depression, anxiety, you name it. Hey you guys, and welcome back to Stronger Than PCOS. On this channel, we overcome PCOS one positive thought at a time. Stay tuned to the end for the supplements I use to help me really elevate my mood and feel better and positive and help conquer those PCOS emotions. I know what you're feeling. I've been there, feeling anxious, feeling hollow, feeling sad for really no reason. You're not really sure, but then you have these PCOS symptoms and they kind of lead to you feeling that way. Or you had a really good day the other day and now you don't know why you're feeling unmotivated. You're feeling hollow. You don't want to go do anything, but at the same time you don't want to not go do anything. You're just kind of in this bubble of PCOS emotions, and once you feel like you're starting to get out of it, it's almost like it sucks you back in, and you're right in that headspace of just kind of feeling sorry for yourself and just not knowing what to do or why you're feeling that way, besides also dealing with the symptoms. These are just some of the emotions I went through when I was in the midst of my PCOS journey, and then also even when I started to kind of go on the healing journey, I would have days where I was just so overwhelmed with all the information and everything I was learning that I just would kind of freeze up and not do anything and not know what to do. So these are the tips that help me free myself from the PCOS emotions, free myself from the symptoms, free myself from the anxiety and the depression. And I hope they help you. And I'd love for you to join the family and hit the subscribe button. First one is I set a routine for myself. I have a morning routine and a night routine. And at first I've never had a routine in my whole life. I was the youngest of 6 kids. We didn't really have like days planned or anything. And so routines were really foreign to me besides just your typical school routine. And I never really understood why people were so set in them. But the thing about a routine is it adds structure to your life. And structure and stability leads to better moods. That's what we crave. Like, we like regular events to continue to happen. That way we feel, like I said, stability. Also with a routine, it can help you feel way more accomplished because you have set things you're going to do every single day. And when you do them, you feel good about it because you're being productive, and it also just adds meaning to your life. You know, a lot of times we're going through life, I feel like, especially when I was in the midst of my PCOS journey, I was just like going day by day, not knowing what I was going to do, not knowing who I'd see in the mirror that day, or how I would be feeling. And when I set the routines into my life, it just gave my life so much meaning. I don't understand really why, but it did. Next is anytime I felt like I was starting to get in that dark place of PCOS, I would immediately try and force myself to go outside. I know how it is being in your living room or your room and feeling down about something, or just feeling that anxiety and just kind of feeling crippled by it. Just, you want to go somewhere, but then you think about doing it and you're like, but at the same time you're not happy where you're at. When I would get myself outside, breathe in that fresh air, get that sunshine, it really helped to open my mind up and kind of lift that cloud off of my shoulders and out of my head, and help lifted my mood just by being outside. Or say it's crappy weather where you're at, just get by a window that's bright and has sunshine, or get bundled up, put that raincoat on, get your umbrella, and go outside just smelling the fresh air and being in our element, which is outdoors, helps to boost your mood. Next thing I did was incorporated a healthy diet. I know, surprise, surprise. But foods, I never realized how much foods actually affect your mood. Not just because after you eat food, if you eat crappy food after it, you're kind of like lethargic, or maybe you regret it and you're just bloated and you're just feeling gross and you're feeling down on yourself. But foods really have an emotional effect on you, as far as whatever, depending on what foods you're eating. And when you eat healthy foods, they typically lead to a better mood. And also, since they're so nourishing, they help balance those hormones and they help to promote just positivity and balance as far as emotions go. Next thing I really had to be aware of and incorporate was self-care. A lot of times when we're in that state of mind where we're just down on ourselves, we tend to forget about ourselves because we're kind of neglecting ourselves. We don't feel like we're worthy of being cared for, but in reality, that is the time that we need to care for ourselves the most. You are worthy and you do deserve to feel good. You do deserve to feel confident, and just know that you in your heart, no matter what you see in the mirror, no matter what you've done, no matter what you think, you deserve to feel good about yourself. And when I introduced self-care, it really helped me to feel more confident and happier with myself and my life. So wear clothes you feel good in. Wear clothes that you feel confident in. Don't just put on those old pair of sweatpants that maybe have a stain or a hole in them and just a shirt and be like, oh, this is fine. Put on clothes that make you feel good. Go into the world representing your inner self, and you will feel better. Along with this in the self-care is also do something that builds you up. Do you have a passion you really enjoy doing? Take time out of the week, out of each day to do it, whether it's 5 minutes, 1 minute, whatever it is. This will really help build your confidence and get you feeling good about yourself, because when your heart's into something, you automatically are feeling excited about doing it. So be sure to make time to do something that you really truly love and feel passionate about, and that really lifts your spirits. For me, that's training horses, that's getting outside, that's going to the beach, that's taking a walk, it's taking a hike, getting moving, buying fruit. Like, these are just some examples that work for me, but you could be something completely different. Do it, even if it's 1 minute a day. I promise you it will make a difference in your life and in your PCOS emotions. Next tip is be sure you have a support system. Are you surrounding yourself with positive people that are uplifting? If you're surrounding yourself with friends who constantly talk about other people or constantly talk about the struggles of their life and how they don't have enough money or they'll never be healthy or they don't care about being healthy, they can eat crap for all they care. You get, like, I'm going a little extreme here, but you get what I'm saying. Be sure your friends are building you up, that you all are encouraging each other to be the best versions of yourselves. And once you find those people, and say you don't have them right now, I promise you they will come. Once you find those people and you're surrounded by them, you will feel your energy levels, your happiness increase, because just by being around those people, spreading light and happiness is contagious. And I really had to sit down and go through and say, who do I feel energized after being around? And not to say that the ones I didn't feel energized around were bad people, or they weren't good people or worthy or any of that, or that I was better than them. It's not that at all. It was just the simple fact of, at the end of the day, who's on the same page as me? Who has the same goals as me? And once I changed and I opened myself up to more positive people, they came into my life. And anytime I have a day where I'm feeling down, if I go out and do something with them, it's like I'm renewed. So be sure you have that support system, or that circle of positive friends. Next tip is exercise. Now, again, it kind of goes into eating healthy. Duh, it's like listed in every help book out there. Exercise and eat healthy. And I know it's easier said than done, but when I say exercise, I don't mean like going to the gym and sweating a lot. I just mean get your body moving, get some blood pumping. Whether it's doing 50 jumping jacks right now or going for a walk around the neighborhood, whatever it takes just to get your body moving will help to alleviate those symptoms of depression and anxiety that PCOS often puts on us, and almost like chains. Once you get moving though, those chains start breaking, sister. I promise you. A little bit goes a long way, and once it becomes a habit, you'll crave it. You'll want to do it more. So incorporate light exercise or movement, whatever you want to call it, into your daily, weekly life. Okay, I know you all are waiting for it. You're like, wow, she hasn't mentioned it yet. But mindset, yes, you need a positive mindset. And I know, girls, like I know when you're in that mindset, thinking of being positive is just like you want to slap someone in the face. Like, shut up. Let's stop being like, girl, life isn't all that happy. You know, that's how I would feel when I was in those places. And I still get to those places sometimes, but that's just life. But with PCOS, you have to remember that you are in control of your emotions. And that was something I really had to take responsibility for. Yes, you're going to have those days where you feel down about yourself, that, you know, you feel sad for no reason or you have no motivation. That's just life. But you want to be sure to be aware of those days, realize it's not permanent, and push through them. Have your positive affirmations. I am happy, I am healthy, I am fertile, I am balanced. Say them out loud. Own them. Your words affect you and your reality, and they affect your emotions. Say it, and say it till you believe it. And one day you will believe it, because I was one of those people who didn't believe that positive affirmations could do anything. But here I am today, a true believer. I'm telling you folks, try it out. That just goes into also, you want to be thankful for what you have. If you're constantly looking in the mirror and picking out the things you don't like about yourself or your life or PCOS, sit down and really go through what you're thankful for. If you start your day and end your night with saying what you're thankful for, it changes your mindset and it changes your mood, it changes your life, and it changes your health, because your mental health affects your body. What the mind believes, the body achieves. Remember that. It's not, it's not a belief going around. This is true. These are facts. Like, whether you believe it or not, your mind affects your health. Similar to if you sit down and you think about cutting open a lemon, sucking on the lemon, and your mouth starts to water just thinking about a lemon. You're not actually sucking on that lemon, but guess what? You're having a physical response to your thoughts. Boom. Physical response to thoughts. So once you change thoughts to positive thoughts, you have another physical response. So really incorporate gratitude and positive affirmations into your life. And I feel like that's the simplest out of all these tips. They're the easiest to incorporate. At first they feel funny, they don't feel natural. You're kind of like, what the hell am I doing? I'm wasting my time here. But I promise you, you will begin to see changes if you stick with it. And last are the supplements that helped me, especially if I feel like I'm feeling down now even, and I realize I haven't taken them. And that is a vitamin D supplement and an omega supplement. I take a vegan omega DHA EPA, I will link below, and I also take a vitamin D that has a vitamin K. It's vegan, so I'm not gonna bore you with all what's in the vitamins, but these two have been shown to help alleviate depression, alleviate anxiety. Now this one I haven't tried yet, but it's a big craze right now in the health industry, and I still feel like it's worth mentioning because my husband did have anxiety and he took this and it helped, and that is CBD oil. Again, I myself don't have experience with this, so I don't want to talk on it or recommend it by any means, but I have seen people and talked to people who have noticed a tremendous difference in their mental health by taking CBD oil, so I feel like it's worth mentioning. And that concludes this video, y'all. These are things that really, really, really affected my mental health and helped me to balance my mind and balance my hormones with PCOS. If you are in that situation and the depths, you feel like you're in a hole with your emotions, just know it's temporary. You are stronger than your emotions. You are stronger than PCOS. Hence the name of this channel. You can take control. You can turn your life around. You can turn your health around. Believe it and go with it. Write it down in the comments below. Stronger than PCOS. Say it. I am stronger than PCOS, because you are. Get it in your mind and believe it. Till next time, guys.